one of the biggest things that I'm trying to figure out, and I'm super early, which is why I'm not talking about it, but before we worry about the judgment from the outside, most people are crippled by the judgment of themselves, through themselves, without realizing somebody else put that judgment in them. So before we even allow the framework that your actions did that, I'd like to take a step back, because the second you can take a little of that pressure off, it changes the way that you can maybe deal with it.
Yeah.
You know? Also, how old is he?
12.
I mean, it's early, and all you have to do is love and listen. You can't impose what you want him to be. You need to watch carefully and react to what he actually is. If he doesn't like change, he may not be an entrepreneur, and guess what? That's amazing. I have no interest in my children being entrepreneurs. I have interest in them loving what they do the way I love what I do. And whether that makes $4 a year or not, that's it. And by the way, I'm not gonna give them any of my money either. So if they make $4 a year, they're gonna fucking live on $4 a year. And guess what? There's a lot of fuckers in this room making $40,000 a year that are way happier than the millionaires in this fucking hall.
Mate, I work 70 to 80 hour weeks like a lot of people in here, but at the end of every day, I'm absolutely exhausted, no energy left. But I noticed there's some entrepreneurs like yourself, you guys seem to generate more energy the more you work and the older you get. How do you do it? How do you get that energy?
I fucking collapse when I walk in. Like when I walk in at 11 or 12 p.m., I'm asleep within 8 seconds.
How are you bringing all that energy all day? Where's it coming from?
I really like what I'm doing. You know how much energy I had in school? Dick. I think the more you like it, and listen, there's also like, you know, that's like me asking you how you have a great head of hair. Like at some level, some people just have DNA. Like I've always had a fuckload of energy. That's just what I was given, right? So I also think for me, specifically, the combination of natural energy that was handed to me with whatever chemical infrastructure I have, plus genuinely liking what I do, that's how.
So you say the passion and the love is where you get the energy from?
Bro, every single person that chases cash over loving the process ends up far less happy than people think. All of them. That's my answer.
I'm on it, man. Thank you.
You got it.
Hi, Gary.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Super duper.
That's good to hear.
Thank you.
My name's Marissa.
Hi, Marissa.
I'm in the IT industry.
Okay.
So my whole family and friends come to me for IT advice.
Right.
And I'm a software tester full-time.
Okay.
And I have my part-time web design business.
Okay.
Just because my family wanted me to make them websites.
Understood.
And I also have a ton of ideas, but I don't know if I should do all of them at once or should I just focus on one idea.
What sounds more fun?
All of them?
Do that.
Okay.
Good.
Thank you, Gary.
You're welcome. I really think that a lot of people are like me and want to do all of them. And people that tell you to focus on one are people that are successful at focusing at one. You know, and I'm successful at focusing at a lot. I just think you should see your intuition through, and if you learn that I'm good at it. A lot of people suck at it. The best way to know what to do is to pick one, do it. Obviously, if you pick focusing on one, you'll never know if you're good at focusing on 5. If you pick focusing on 5 and you fuck up, you know to go focus at 1. It's how I think about employees. Hiring is guessing. Firing is knowing. So I spend very little time hiring. The answer is pretty much yes. And that's where I think I flip a lot of things in the way that people do things. That's worked for me and I see it working for others. Hey.
G'day Gary, how are you?
Real good, bro.
My name's Liam. It's funny you mentioned education before because my initiative supports young teachers.
Okay, great.
And hopefully making them not like the teachers that you might have had.
I understand.
We're getting to a stage now where we're dealing with bigger, more established organizations.
Okay.
Some are linked to the government.
Makes sense.
When I've been dealing with them, the opinion has been very anti-technology, very anti-social media.
Of course.
When I talked to them, they were, static web pages with no interactivity, no Instagram, no Facebook. But we have to work with them to get bigger.
Okay.
And they're almost seeing my opinions as like a threat or something along those lines.
That's exactly what they think.
What would be your advice to help deal with an industry that's inherently negative about social media promotion?
Not be at the mercy of it like you are now. You've built a model that relies on them, right?
Yeah.
I recommend not to. Otherwise, you have to play by their rules, which means you will get frustrated and quit eventually anyway. So I would reframe the model to have leverage outside of them, not play within them. Now that's a fucking brain twist for you because you're like, fuck, that means I have to start all over. That's what I'm actually telling you to do if you're frustrated by it, or eat the shit sandwich for the rest of your life because you chose to play within their fucking old school bullshit framework.
Well, conversations are kind of just beginning, so I'll go tell them that.
I mean, you know where those conversations are gonna end.
Yeah.
Innovation is inherently against education. Education is built on the foundation of memorizing information in a world where information is at your fingertips. That's a problem. We don't give a shit when it fucks up retailers and we have new internet retailers, but we're awfully romantic about education. Education's framework is broke. The internet fucked it. That's not something I or you have anything to do with. But if you choose to play within it, you choose to play within it. It's like kids that always hit me up, they're like, Gary, my parents are forcing me to go to fucking school. Like, I don't fucking want to do this, I want to start a business. I'm like, leave. All these kids talking shit, but they want mommy's money. Don't take mommy's money and fucking start a business. Eat shit for a decade and do your thing. But no, everybody wants both. You're not gonna be able to have both, bro. They're not gonna move. They'll appease you and run you around until you quit. So,
Don't fight them.
What?
Don't fight them.
You can't fight them. They have all the fucking leverage. What, are you gonna fight them with that awesome coat you're wearing? You can't fight something that has all the leverage. You're asking. Got it?
Yeah.
Whoever asks loses.
I'm one of those talkers that say like, I want to make a business and all that stuff. And I've been doing a little soul searching and like, you know how every business you want to help people. And I do find like a lot of fulfillment when I like, help people and like go out and do stuff for people. But at the same time, I'm kind of like perplexed right now because I'd much rather spend like an afternoon playing basketball than going to volunteer somewhere. So
that's fine.
I'm just wondering, am I like a hypocrite right now, or I'm just
no, you just like
confused.
fucking basketball.
So then, in terms of like passion, then like
you should start a basketball business. I'm being serious.
Okay.
Why do you want to have a business?
Well, as a means to an end, basically. But
you could work somewhere as a means to an end.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I'm trying to really have conversations around. This new notion that everybody needs to have a business is laughable. 9 out of 10, small businesses fail. 9 out of 10 people never even try to do a small business. It's hard. It's a talent. Everybody thinks like now, because of the way the internet works and entrepreneurship is cool, that like, I'm gonna have a business. That's like everybody saying, I'm gonna play professional basketball. That's nice. But, my intuition is you don't have to have a business.
Right. But also in terms of like, if you say your passion is helping people, but you'd much rather do something else.
You can't fucking help people 24/7 every day.
Yeah, right.
It's likely that playing basketball helps you help people.